Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
I want
to give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone, who taught us His truth, okay, and who teach the correct doctrine in the Scriptures. All right, we want to give a sincere shalom to the elect out there, teach His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay. Now, you have a situation going on at the southern border of the United States where there was an expiration of Title 42, okay? And there's tens of thousands of migrants coming over every day, okay? Now, this is, this is during a time of war, okay? So the Lord is leaving Babylon the Great vulnerable, even though a lot of those people are our people. Okay, you know that they're given operatives and all that.
Yeah, I want to say something. Double 7 came out with a report yesterday saying that it said 100,000 Chinese nationals crossed over the border while the Mexicans was coming through, Venezuelans, and them people. It said 100,000 Chinese nationals came through. So it was like China on the other side of the world, so why would they be coming through?
And they're undocumented. They're not tracked.
They're citizens of China though, like when they catch, because they catching a lot of them, and then they just what they're doing is catching them, and then they what's that shit?
Report.
No, they're not even deporting them. They registering them, and then they send them to other parts of the country. You know what I'm saying? They're not deporting them. They registering them and shit. The ones they catch and sending them to wherever they want to go.
I know they were sending migrants to New York City and Washington, D.C. I know those are two places they were sending them to.
But basically what's going on is, they're probably creating all these sleeper cells, little terrorist networks and that, infiltration. Basically what happened was your boy Biden sold you out, man. Because it came out a few days ago that they investigated that him and his family was receiving money from the Chinese. They found over 20 different bank accounts where they were funneling money over, man. So it's about to really turn up during this summer, man.
They was getting, millions of dollars, right? At least $2 million.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and bring that scripture out, because the scripture will elaborate.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
Right. So you look at what the average American cares about. They care about, the transformer people getting rights. They care about women shaking their booty on the internet. All kinds of perverseness and bullshit.
Weird shit.
And meanwhile, the war is about to hit your doorstep, man. Okay? You're basically you're being infiltrated. Okay? You're being infiltrated and you don't care. But you look at what happened in Europe the past few years. When they let all those migrants in, the rapes went up to the roof. There was crime, robberies. Okay? Well, I'm not saying that, every Jake that comes up is going to be doing that. But these are people that come from third world countries, man. They have a whole different culture. Okay? And way about things. All right? And it's going to create chaos here in America, man. And they don't have the resources for that. And then you have to worry about these terrorist networks being set up. They just don't have the manpower and the resources, man. And then they've got the debt default that could possibly happen. Which they'll probably just kick the can down the road and, take away rights and give their friends handouts. But, there's a lot of distraction going on. And meanwhile, this could turn out to be a very big, serious thing this summer, man. They could employ people at they could send some of those Chinese militants to Niagara Falls power plant and have them sabotage the shit. And that powers almost the whole eastern seaboard of the United States. Okay? So these are the things that we need to be watching for, man. All right? But meanwhile, Americans have a perverse spirit. Okay? They have a perverse spirit. They're still in that cloudy partying and drunken spirit, man. With their head up their ass. Okay? Well, the Lord is about to bring some serious judgment, man. He's about to shake your whole life up. Go ahead.
That's right. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof.
Right, cause Egypt to err in every work thereof, man. We see this government. They can't make a good decision to save their life.
And everybody in the spirit of error.
Because the Lord put that spirit on them, man.
Like Rome.
The Lord made it so that all these senators and your congressmen, they're all sellouts. Okay, and they're working for the enemy. They came out with a report that almost half of the U.S. Congress has dual citizenship with China. Okay?
As a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
Right, because that could lead to the nail in the coffin to the American economy. Okay?
This is
Hey, another thing where it's saying no work for Egypt is I just like a story came out this past week that it was closing 400 Burger Kings across America.
Yeah,
Walmart's too.
Yeah, and a lot of Walmarts and then
Some
like
McDonald's too. McDonald's
yeah,
too.
but what I had seen is I seen the Walmarts and the Burger King. That's 400 Burger Kings. That's crazy. And they were saying that robots and AIs about to take away in this year and next year going to take away a lot of jobs.
I remember we was at my house. We was watching iRobot the other day, and we was saying when that movie came out in 2004. In the beginning of the movie, it shows you the future in 2035. But when it came out in 2004, that shit seemed like it was so far away. It was like it kind of was like nah.
Yeah.
But you watch that shit in 2023, you like they were showing you.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, they had the robots. They had the motherfucking robot was a FedEx worker.
FedEx worker, garbage people,
Yeah.
all of that.
It's like certain jobs they said that's going to like kind of last the test of time, like a cook, they shit like that. But a lot of these jobs, they don't just have like they got the robot drones that deliver the shit packages. You can get your package dropped by a drone
Drop it
today.
off, yeah.
When it Google's, one of the top guys in Google, this came out the other day, was urging the government to start looking into UBI, which we've been talking about for years, Universal Basic Income, where you basically get to sit at home on your ass and get paid, okay? Which will make you lazy and compliant on the system, okay? And then, it'll be easier to usher in that MOTV, which you other camps are not talking about. All right, you other camps want to have comedy skits, okay? You want to have your leaders coming out there on a damn horse, looking like he's some fucking king.
Yeah, there was a recent video that Brothers was responding to that the leader of the IUIC, he wants to sit down with leaders of the small hats, for what? I mean, we ain't gonna convert them.
You're not supposed to make no covenants with the wicked.
And when you think about it, as many videos and shit talking towards GMS that was made, GMS would never make a skit, ever. You never seen a GMS camp or GMS member make a skit about any other camp or any other people.
And if they ever did, they will be dealt with swiftly.
Yes.
Okay?
Immediately, we don't do that. No.
Like we're in a time of war right now, and you got Israelites with their head up their ass.
We in a time where we must be about our Father's business.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
We've always carried that spirit.
It's business. You got a professionalism. But this is 1 John chapter 4, verse 6. We are of Yahweh. He that knoweth Yahweh heareth us. He that is not of Yahweh heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And the spirit of error is covering the face of the world right now.
Right, all the fools are laying open their folly then. This is Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Well, obviously, this is talking about these elites and their secret societies and their secret councils, man. Okay? And you got a lot of Israelite groups that aren't talking about that. They're not shining the light on the darkness. Okay?
Yeah, a lot of them say, you know, because our job is to ultimately expose the wicked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to keep up on certain current events. We're going to make videos on certain things, and a lot of, you know, like this brother said, a lot of Israelites don't like it. They try to say, you know, we're conspiracy theorists, or what they call us, Alex Jones prophets, and all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, you know, we have the prophecies right, and that's all that matters. You know, through the Spirit of the Lord.
Alex Jones is going to be destroyed lest he repents. Okay? He's into all that Tex Mars bullshit, man. That cracker Christianity bullshit. We'll wait for this about it.
No, get over it.
This was he done?
No, Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, and the whole world is being turned upside down right now.
Ass backwards.
It really is. You know, people are, you know, you get in a situation with a transformer, especially if it gets out there on social media, and your life is ruined. You know, that's what kind of times we're living in, man. They're pushing that agenda to the children in the schools. You know, pushing all that the maps. I don't want to use that term because I don't want to flag it. The maps of minor attracted persons. That's becoming normalized.
I was reading something recently, and they got to study how they legit frying people's brains due to the social media and the technology and the dopamines and the brands and all that. Now I'm saying they pretty much ruining people and they ruining children because everybody always got their head down, scrolling. People becoming antisocial.
Depression's at an all-time high.
Depressions.
Oh, it's insane.
And not to mention the shit they pushing on these technologies is weird and you know,
The algorithms are wicked.
yeah.
Like TikTok, they say TikTok amongst the Chinese, their algorithms are completely different than the algorithms in America.
Yeah, they teaching them the Chinese. I seen that too. They was teaching them actual skills,
Yeah.
educational things.
Over here, it's just twerking and folly.
And Elon Musk was saying that when he was getting into the AI, he said that they need to develop AI platforms that aren't woke, because all these AI platforms are woke. You know, and they're made to push a certain ideology.
Get
you
that
to
in
think a certain way.
Ecclesiastes. Folly is set great dignity.
Mm-hmm. Right, folly is set in great dignity. Continuing on, verse Isaiah 29:16. I'll read it over. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? So the wicked are ruling the earth, and they're doing wickedly things, man. You know, they're pushing that wicked agenda. Okay? Because that's what they were created to do. They were created to be the devil. These are the works of Esau, Edom. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Okay? It is not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest.
I was gonna say, Salaki, not to cut you off, but when we see the works of the wicked being made manifest, you know, it's gonna vex your spirit. You're gonna get mad, but you have to understand that this is what the Most High created this man to do.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see all this freak activity going on in the earth and wickedness at an all-time high, hey, that's Esau, man. That's expected of him. Just like it's expected of us to be righteous. It's expected of him to be wicked. You know? I just wanted to say that.
And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. And we're seeing that, man. A lot of people are waking up to this shit. You know? Even even those that aren't of the elect are you know, seeing that this shit ain't right. Okay?
I mean, come on now. We at the point they got displays in churches now where God is trans. Who would ever thought they would have did that?
This is verse 19. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord. So when all this wickedness is going on, you know, and it will vex you, okay, and it should vex you. You know, we have to increase our joy in the Lord. Okay, we have to fight when those depressive thoughts kick in. Just like you were saying, it was the Lord made it to be this way. And the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed. And they're going to be consumed in that fire, man. Get Zechariah 14 and 12. And all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for the word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. And that's what the people do. They always lay a snare for him. And turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Alright? You got that?
Turn aside the thing for the... This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. But yeah, that's it. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. You know, for one, we in a low place right now. We in a low state, and folly is set in great dignity, and folly, simplicity, and side of shit is covering the face of the world right now and being pushed on the masses of the people daily. And it's to the point now it's legitly being pushed on the children. Starting from like kindergarten or some shit like that. Like legit, they messing with people's kids.
It's almost like you got to kind of make yourself a little emotionless and cold-hearted just to get through this shit, you know. And that's something that a lot. I mean, I couldn't imagine being a young brother coming up with this shit now, you know, because we're more seasoned, you know, we understand it.
Yeah. And you got to think, you send your kid to school and they teaching your child madness. And on a daily, they teaching your child madness on a daily. That's to the point you're not even going to send your children to school. And if you don't send them to school, Esau even going to want to come take them from you.
And then they're really screwed. You got that? And yeah.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away while they're in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away while they're in their mouth.
Now, why does it say that their tongue shall consume away while they're in their mouth? Okay, it's getting into what? That nuclear destruction, man. The Lord is going to burn burn up everybody who speaks against this, man. Everybody speaks against the scriptures. Everybody speaks against the truth. You know, but you got a lot of so-called conspiracy theorists out there that'll say some stupid shit like, "Oh, the elites, they're just using the Bible as a blueprint. It's not really real." Well, we're gonna find out during that time, man. Okay, because you don't have a spiritual bone in your body. That's really what it is. Most High put the blinders on you, man. Okay. You know, people talk about Peter Schiff and Alex Jones. How many scriptures has Peter Schiff brought up? Was Peter Schiff telling you not to take the jab? Was Peter Schiff telling you that it could come down to you could lose your job if you don't take this? No, he wasn't. Neither was Alex Jones at first. Okay?
And now they trying to renege and say they never
Alex Jones is against that joint.
Oh, I know that, but I'm talking in the beginning of the pandemic.
And now the government coming out reneging, saying they never force people to get the jab. They never force people.
We were saying it before Operation Warp Speed was even a thing. Listen, this thing might come out, and if you don't take it, you might lose your job. We didn't wait till we didn't. I mean, to prophesy means what? To say beforehand. We weren't waiting until it was in motion, you know? Is there more on there?
And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult of the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold on every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah shall also fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold, silver, and apparel in great abundance.
Right, and that's after that big fire hits, man. It's when, after that fire hits, the kingdom is going to start being established, man. And we're going to have the substance of these heathens, man. This is Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Right, a lot of our people got the blinders on, man. They're still listening to this fucking shitty ass rap, acting like these rappers are gods walking the earth. Okay, trusting in this perverseness, man, and they're staying thereon. They're not seeing what's going on. You can't find anything more simpler than a Judite, a Levite, or a Benjamite in America, man. You can't. I mean, you got to throw Ephraim in there. There's some silly ass Ephraimites out there.
Yeah, trusting in oppression, meaning ultimately they trust in their enemy when the scriptures tell us not to do that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's why the Latinos and the Hispanics is rushing to America. They trust in oppression.
Right.
They trusting in their oppressors. They're trusting in their enemies, which is why they come in by the tens of thousands. Because they woe unto them that go to Egypt for help. They legit running from one part of the world and running to Egypt for help, running to Egypt for work, running to Egypt for security and comfort.
Good point.
There's a more spiritual meaning to it, like we was talking about, because they either coming here to be destroyed or delivered.
Yeah, yeah.
Because a lot of them, they come over here, and the Lord can have them run into the truth.
Because a lot of those countries really don't have sophisticated internet infrastructures, man. You know, you could have a bunch of those Jakes coming down into Texas, and they could go past those brothers in Dallas and hear the truth. Some to be condemned, and some to be justified.
This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many.
Right, because they're wooed by the strength of America. Okay? Strong military, strong economic might, which it's dwindling.
Jobs.
Yeah, jobs. Oh, there's a labor shortage right now. It'll be easy for them to get jobs. They got all kinds of programs set up to get them jobs, man. And that's gonna piss a lot of American citizens off, man.
Yeah, because they come over here, they get free health insurance, and they get set up and get benefits, food stamps, free health insurance. Might even get a free place to stay for a little while. They getting government assistance.
Yeah, they were keeping them up in them hotels in New York City. You know, for free. Nice ass hotels too. I seen some. I'm like, what the?
But we got to slave at least 5 days a week minimum, just to get the bare minimum and live paycheck to paycheck.
Right, and that's going to cause tension. Okay, I mean, we really don't give a shit, but that's going to cause tension amongst your average American because they see that.
And stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. So they running to eat Esau, Edom, but they not seeking the Lord. They seeking help from their oppressors, eat Esau, Edom, but they not seeking help from the Lord.
Yeah, which is ultimately our escape route. You know, Yahweh Shem Shah is our escape route through the great judgment that's coming.
That's the only escape route, man. You ain't gonna be able to, no matter what doomsday prepping you do, no matter how many guns you own, how many fucking chicken coops and water filtration systems you got, can't none of that stand up to nuclear fire.
No matter how much money you got, your silver, your gold, and your substance is not going to be able to deliver you from the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And you individuals out there, you're going to know who the Lord is when his son cracked those clouds with the innumerable amount of angels. You're going to know. You're going to understand.
All eyes are gonna see it.
Then you're going to want to get it. But it's going to be too fucking late, man. And the Lord going to kill a lot of you motherfuckers, man. I'm going to just say it like that. Excuse my French. The Lord is going to kill a lot of you motherfuckers, man. There's too many wicked people out here. And all of you deserve judgment. Every single spirit that's off deserves judgment.
Wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
For not giving effort to please the Lord. A lot of you Israelites fucking willingly wicked, man. You niggas are wicked as hell, man. You niggas are dark and evil. And you have ill spirits on you. And the Lord is going to judge you harshly and swiftly.
That's right.
I'm not going to feel sorry for your ass neither.
Not at all. This is Isaiah.
This the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth.
And he's destroying it on a low level now. Pretty soon it's going to be a high level, the highest level. Okay, desert.
This place is destroyed on a moral level. It's destroyed on the morale level. It's destroyed on the honorable level. It's destroyed on the integrity level. This place has no integrity, no morale, no honor, no foundation.
It say, saying, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command and sift the house of Israel among all the nations, like corn is sifted in a sieve.
So all you entry-level Israelites, man, that act like this is just some joke. All right, you guys that are hanging out with guys that you got guys, and it's truth, that are hanging out with guys that condemn the apostles, man. Okay, acting like everything's cool.
Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Right.
So y'all gonna get fucked up.
And that sword is gonna sword is gonna come in many forms. Through the martial law, okay, through the famine, through natural disasters, civil unrest, nuclear fire. Okay?
Because a lot of Israelites play around. Y'all play too much. You guys play with the truth. You come into this, you think it's something to do because so you can be popular. You go on your Facebook, you try to be this great social media Israelite, and really your spirit ain't right. You yell at people when they walk past your camp. Hey, come here, man. Come here. You know you an Israelite? And a lot of you niggas are in the wrong fucking spirit, man.
And it's vanity at the end of the day, especially with that social media shit. It's vanity. They want to do it because of the eyes of men,
To be seen of men.
To be seen of men. A lot of you dudes don't know how to be Clark Kent in the world. You niggas want to do this to be seen of men. You ain't really doing it to please the Lord. We're gonna stop speaking to you niggas too, man. We're gonna stop saying shalom to you. We're gonna stop dapping you up. We're gonna stop fucking speaking to y'all, man. We're not supposed to really be talking to you clowns, man. All you niggas that fell out about smoking weed, are doing all types of wicked shit, man.
Making
Don't
hip
stop
hop
speaking to
videos.
us, man. Be rappers and shit. Stop talking to us, man. You ain't with that shit.
Out here with that foolish bullshit. It's simple, They're always smiling all the time. A wise man seldom smiles.
Fucking simpletons, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. And we were just talking about they want to smile, they want to be proud, they want to be seen of men. And say the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down.
Podcast Israelites.
So all of that shit, you finna get humble. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up.
Yeah, you think you untouchable? You got the pride juice dripping, you lofty. You don't think you could be touched. You're not walking with humility. Go ahead.
And he shall be brought low. And I'm going to jump down to verse 17, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of man, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, and the idols he shall utterly abolish.
Babylon is full of idols. Different parts of the earth is full of idols.
Athletes, artists.
Yeah, you got idols made of wood and stone, and then you have people that's idolized on this planet. Like when you was younger, you would say such and such is my idol. We was going off and we didn't even know it.
Right.
Hey, we were on the way here, and Michael Jackson's song came on the radio, man. That's what comes to mind. You know, he was an idol. People used to faint when they met Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Sweating and shit.
And when and then on top of that, when you really look into his life and and who he really is, he was fucked up mentally. He had issues. Yes, he was very talented. We're not gonna take that from him, but he had issues. He had serious problems.
And it don't matter. You ain't supposed to look at any man as an idol, man. We ain't even supposed to look at the apostles as idols.
Right.
You know, Apostle Tahar is, because from
like
based
us.
on what Apostle Gabar has said, Apostle Tahar don't like ass kissers. And that's a beautiful spirit to be in. But you see Nate on a horse, you give his guys in a congregation a microphone, and they might as well start crying about the guy.
Right.
Yeah, he was chopping down the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns.
Unbelievable.
With the crazy editing effect. Go ahead.
And that's another thing, man. That the video editing Israelites making everything look like a damn Hollywood production. Just teach the word, man. We don't need no glitz or glamour. The glitz and glamour is gonna come in the kingdom.
The ancient studio. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth.
Hey, the scriptures say the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
And what do we know Esau Edom doing? He digging into the earth, underground cities, tunnels, and etc. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth.
Right, the king of terrors, man. He's coming to bring the terror. He's bringing the terror right now, man. Like the brother was bringing out, depression's at an all-time high. People are struggling like never before. Okay, he's letting this devil loose.
And I seen a study too. They said every week, I think they said some shit like that. People was overdosing on drugs by real high numbers every week in America. It's a lot of people dying from overdosing.
Fentanyl?
Some intentionally, some by mistake. But it's all Lord's will. In that day, a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the molds and to the backs, to go into the cliffs of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. They gonna be casting their silver, casting their gold, their riches. Fuck all of that. Cease ye from man, whose breath is in his nostrils.
Well, hey, getting back into that, Was that the movie I Am Legend, where all that money was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, where all that money was just laying around, man.
Useless.
Which, you know, in that day there ain't gonna, you know, we know that there ain't gonna be that much physical cash during that day. It's gonna be pretty much digital. But it just goes to show you, man. You know, is Esau putting his programming on?
For wherein is he to be accounted of?
It's funny how it's always Will Smith in these movies. I, Robot, I Am Legend.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like he's one of the chosen ones. And now he's got his daughters.
After Earth.
His daughter and his son are all messed up into that Momo shit. You know?
The son acts like the daughter, and the daughter acts like the fucking son.
Hey, he's supposed to be the next Karate Kid.
Right.
This is Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come unto Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And the scriptures say that what? A kingdom divided against itself shall not stand. And this place is getting more divided by the day. Okay? And there's a reason for that. It's because the Lord is getting ready to fracture it completely. Okay? You have 50% of Americans believing a certain set of bullshit, and then you have 50% of Americans believing an entirely different set of bullshit.
Yeah, it's divided on so-called religion alone.
Yeah. Shit. And Satanism is on the rise. Come on now, Satan Con.
And Salakia, I got to start using the term Babylonians and Egyptians. Okay? You know, we start using spiritual terms. Oh man, that ragweed's blowing around. Allergy season. That's another thing, man. They're saying that allergies get worse and worse for people every year. Well, it's because the environment's all messed up, and the shit they're putting in your food makes your allergies act up. We're being poisoned from all fronts. And these people are already crazy as it is. That's one of the reasons why they're crazy, man. And the Lord's just going to let them loose one day. When survival when survival is put in people's face, they're going to start acting crazy, man.
The very water we bathe in is poison. We bathe in poison. We breathe poison. We drink poison. We eat poison.
You know, and I used to suffer from real bad allergies, but now that I, started eating right, I don't get them no more. Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, you're going to have civil wars,
food riots, race riots.
You can just see Americans, Babylonians, fighting over food. You can see that happening in the future. You can see that. Nigga, a motherfucker will get Salakia. A person will get mad at you for cutting them in line. Over trying to cash your check.
You take too long in line and they get mad.
Yeah, I work at a store, right? The person might be on break, and these people get so impatient. Like, where are they at? Well, they on break. Well, why are they always on break? Well, don't you get a break at your job too? Right. These people in America, they're impatient, and their spirits is off. And that's why we always say, imagine when they can't eat. You really gonna see the craziness and how these spirits jump off these people.
Or imagine if, let's say the famine doesn't kick off fully, and they just decide to start rationing everything, man. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me you can tell me how much I can eat?
Yep.
A lot of you Americans need to go on a fucking diet anyway, man. You're the fattest people that ever walked the face of the earth.
Legit.
Gluttons.
Yeah, legitly.
This is the book of Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 19. It say, and the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great trouble.
All right, lack of bread and for great trouble. Tribulations, yeah. You know? Because pretty soon, the rule of law is going to be no more. Okay, ain't going to be no more rule of law.
It'll be more of like a purge society. Like Esau comes out with that movie, The Purge. You know, those are things that really going to take place.
And that would be a great excuse for a reason for Esau Edom to start pushing all these robot police, man. You know, well, we ain't got the manpower to handle all this. We need AI to help out.
And there's particular there's particular men in the truth. Well, they might be in. They say they in the truth. That scoff at us talking about things like that, like those DARPA robot dogs. These different drones and things that this devil has, different tools that he's going to use in these latter times to bring death and pain on the earth. We're supposed to speak about those things as well.
We did videos on those robot dogs back in like 2013, 2014, 2015, around that. And now, those exact same model dogs are being used by the NYPD and Chicago PD and LAPD.
Are you not supposed to warn Jake? Because Jake is going to be the ones that's getting effed up by those things.
Hey, and you can move past the dogs. They got actual robots. They got pistols that could boom, 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 roll, flip, duck. Actual robots. You could look up videos on it. They got it. The technology is there.
And you people like to bitch about somebody on Call of Duty has an aimbot, he's cheating. Well, all those robots got aimbots, man. And they're going to shoot you way before you could even think about grabbing a gun and shoot them.
This is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 6. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. But lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king. And they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them.
So basically, what we're coming up against, you need the protection of the Lord. It's really that simple.
And who is the king of this country, the so-called president, which is going to allow them policies and those laws and for the acts from the military and etc. to be forced on the people.
This is Ezekiel 3 and 17 from Faith Restored. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So we're supposed to report. We're made watchmen. You know, a part of this man's miracles is his technology that he's going to use. Esau's going to use his technology to the fullest. He's going to use it to see-hip you. He's going to use it to make killing instruments, robots, robot dogs, whatever he could do. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand he's a mad scientist.
He's got, I've seen this one thing where he has sound weapons. Like if there was a riot that they wanted to calm down, they just amplify the sound mechanism, and everybody just fall to the damn floor covering their ears like mice. A whole crowd of people.
Yeah, I seen that. They got the frequencies that make people feel be overwhelmed with anxiety and fear.
The 5 grapefruit towers. They could calm your ass down if they wanted to with them 5 grapefruit towers.
And I want to say this. Yahweh Shai is going to protect us from all of that. Don't think that we just bigging this man up and making it seem like he's that dude. We just letting you know that the time of trouble is coming. You know? Yahweh Shai gonna crush everything that this man has. So we just setting the record straight on that, because a lot of people might watch this and say, well, y'all saying all of this, you know, yeah, we gonna be protected though. You know?
That's right, and I got that scripture right now.
Yahweh Shai got us.
Psalm 34 and 7.
Through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. The Most High gave him all of that technology. Go ahead.
Psalm 34 and 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them.
Yep.
O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. O fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him.
There's no want to them that fear the Lord.
I got one. It's the book of 2 Thessalonians 1:7. It say, and to you who are troubled, rest with us. And when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels and flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai, who will be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power. And when he shall come to be glorified in his saints, to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day.
Yeah. So we gonna be straight. We got the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy. Tells us that, Revelation 19. Go ahead.
It say, wherefore also we pray always for you, that our power, Yahweh, will count you worthy of his calling and fulfill all the good pleasure of his goodness in the work of faith with power.
So to get through all of the things that we speaking about, gotta have faith.
That the name of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach may be glorified in you in him, according to the grace of our power Yahweh and the Lord Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and the scriptures tell us that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved amongst Israel, of course. But not just ultimately, to be saved from the nuclear fire, but also to be saved from the things that are going to come upon the earth. The Lord going to save us from many things. He's going to have to save us from the coming calamities and then save us from the destruction. So you're going to have the name to get through the coming calamities too. Don't it? That makes sense. This is Shopper of the 12, Shalom, brother. On the comment board, Isaiah 10 and 5. Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. O Assyrian, Salakia, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. Verse 6. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil, and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Ezekiel 22 and 12. And we know Esau is the modern day Assyrian, right? The rod of the Lord's anger. Ezekiel 22 and 12. 12 and 22, Salakia. Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days of the Lord are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more be prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord power.
Yeah, so it ain't going to be no talking about it anymore. It's going to happen, man. He's going to perform it. So that's why you got to take advantage of this grace period.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 71, verse 1. In you, O Yahweh, do I put my trust. Let me not be put to confusion. Deliver me in your righteousness, and cause me to escape. Incline your ear unto me, and save me. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. So you're going, like you said, you're going to keep having to use it.
Yep.
Not just one time.
Not just once. Yep.
We watch Esau movies, they always say, oh, this is the last resort. This their last hope. they last shit. We don't got that. We got a continual resort. We can keep using them. We can keep calling them. Even though you used them last, keep calling them. Ain't no get out of jail. It's a continual.
Unlimited supply.
Yeah. It say, thou has given commandment to save me because it's predestined. If you're going to get saved, it's predestined. He gave commandment for that soul to be saved. You got to have that faith. It's part of it. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, O Yahweh, out of the hand of the wicked and out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man.
Yeah, the ones that, only a cruel man would create these type of things, man, that this devil has. Only a cruel man will put fluoride in the water. Only a cruel man would show children that it's okay to change their, you know what, at the age of what? What's the age now? 3? Your ass still in the pull-up. And this nigga said, well, you know you could change yourself. You running around in the damn pull-up.
Right. There's a lot of doctors.
Feed yourself.
In a pull-up. Can't even wipe your ass correctly.
There's a lot of doctors that are speaking out against that, man, saying that, all that stuff where you're giving them the different hormones and that, it messes their heads all up. It makes them depressed. It makes their bones weak. Because a man is supposed to have muscle and have strong bones. That's why we got the extra chromosome, man.
Right.
Okay, but when you do that stuff and you give a teenage boy estrogen, he doesn't grow up right. He grows up to have weak bones. He's depressed. He's indecisive.
It's
suicidal.
It's a psychological thing too.
That's why so many of them are suicidal.
Even from the way that the animals are slaughtered is wicked. There's a certain way you're supposed to kill animals to eat. Esau will have them go into a machine, fucking kill them, and then the next one's lined up. Then he puts them in the machine, kills them. It's like a slaughterhouse.
I seen this. Back in the day, that brings to mind. Back in the day, they used to have all them country bumpkin movies and shit. Those old school. I wouldn't say. Well, some of them were in black and white. They used to have a station where they used to have old school movies, and that's what they did. They would put a bag, or like they would cover the head of the animal, right? And they would kill it, and they would like hold it on the way down, to comfort the animal as it was dying.
Yeah,
you don't see that no more.
They had a study when an animal in fear or in a state of stress, certain chemicals get released into the meat, which is why they would, like you said, cover the head of the animal and comfort it, but as they kill it. But if an animal in fear and fucking see it in the slaughterhouse, now I'm saying that's chemicals getting released into the meat, pretty much making the meat tainted.
A lot of these animals don't even see sunlight.
I seen something real quick. I seen something on brother posted it. I think it was Yashawamba, and they basically had a hole cut in the cow's stomach.
Yeah, I seen that too. Yeah.
And they just they tube feed it through his stomach, basically saying it gets all its nutrients. Instead of letting the cow go outside and eat the grass, they just tube feed the damn cow, man.
They stuck their whole fucking arm inside the cow.
They just tube feed it.
Bill Gates wants to start feeding cows. What is it? Red algae? He was saying to prevent them from passing gas, man. Well, that's a natural part of the cow.
The life, shit.
Somebody destroy them that destroyed the earth.
Got it.
And then get Psalms 59.
This is Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged. That's what's coming, is judgment. And that thou shouldest give us reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Yeah, you destroy the earth, you destroy the things that's in it. The ecosystem is out of whack. The animals are hurting. The earth is suffocating. Hell, the earth needs to be relieved, man. The earth is even yearning for
garbage everywhere, man.
Every fucking where.
Everywhere. You go to the so-called white neighborhoods, man, you don't see a damn piece of garbage on the ground. It just goes to show you Jakes, man. Y'all are gone. Okay? You treat the earth like that and you expect the Lord to have mercy on you?
Right.
Okay, you know, garbage everywhere.
That's why you can go to Esau community and it's clean, there's shit to do. They got restaurants, they got centers, all types of nice activity, you know, because Esau Edom, he take care of his streets. He cut his grass, trim his bushes. You go to the hood, they don't even cut the grass. They have garbage everywhere.
On a higher level, he's fucked up everything.
Right.
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
But on a higher level, he gotta go, man. And he does take care of his things because this is his kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, this is his rulership. So he got his fucking Chevy Silverado. got his pickup truck and shit. Got his nice house with his in-ground pool.
Yeah.
Hey, this is his kingdom.
Yeah.
They in gated communities.
Keep their shit nice and tight and clean, and go to their neighborhoods, it's quiet.
Yeah.
You know, walking their dogs, they picking up their dog poop. Fucking Israelites, they just run the fucking neighborhood down. Don't take care of the building. Don't even take care of their own crib.
No.
Well, they ain't really.
I mean,
well,
but this ain't our shit. But saying like Israel don't even take care of where they lay their head at. They let that they run that into the ground.
That's why a lot of landlords, they don't like renting to Jake.
Jake go come in and tear shit up. Broken screens, broken windows, broken sockets.
Got niggas in the front chilling.
Jake known for jetting on the last month of rent. If they move somewhere, man, you ain't getting that last month of rent.
It's quiet. You might not get the last 2 months, 3 months. This is Psalms chapter 59. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my power. Defend me from them that rise up against me.
Yeah, those that rise up against us, those that have us in the condition that we're in. Ultimately, it's the Lord, because we're still under the curses. But the Lord raised up a particular nation to put his foot on our necks. Modern day Assyria. Go ahead.
Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men.
Yeah, so we got to be delivered. From all this wickedness that's going on, we got to be delivered. We need Yahweh Shai, no matter how you slice it.
For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Lord. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. So Jake don't even gotta do shit. They just coming to kill you.
Yeah, because the scriptures speak about the perpetual hatred.
Yeah, they just coming to kill you.
The perpetual hatred that our number one enemy has against us.
It say the mighty are gathered against me, not for my sin, nor for my transgression. So they don't care if you eating pork. They don't care if you being one of them alphabet people. They don't care about none of that. They're not even coming to kill you for that. They pushing that on you. Nor for my sin, O Lord, they run and prepare themselves without my fault. Jake don't even got to do nothing. Awake to help me, and behold, thou, therefore, O Lord, God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors.
Yeah, the heathen is every nation outside of Israel. Like it tells us in Obadiah, the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen. And that alone proves that Yahweh Shai is only dealing with the nation of Israel. And right now, only the elect. Because these heathen nations, they don't have a chance. They're not allowed to build with us. They're not allowed to be a part of our covenants. You know, they're outsiders, man. And like we always say, even the heathen are going to live better off under Israelites than they do under Edomites. The heathen are going to be better off. The earth is going to be better off. Everything is going to be better off, man. You know? So with that, we're going to close up. Lord willing, you were edified. All right. Lord willing, we could bring the edification. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
All right, double honor to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings. blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. The Lord willing, we'll see you brothers and sisters next